Alright guys, 2026 M1000XR. We're going to be going over the Bonamici chain adjusters and how they replace what you have stock. As you can see, this bike does not come with spools or a spot pre-drilled into the rear swing arm. So this is about the only option. It's a pit bull, but just do the pads and lift it up. And while it works, it's just not, I don't know, it's just not quite as stable. So been looking for options, just really haven't found a whole lot. There is some pieces that you can do through here. You know, it's just a little metal rod for the axle sliders, but I don't know how foolproof that is, especially for a, almost 500-pound bike. So Bonamici came out with theirs. It's kind of integrated into the chain adjusters. So this is kind of the package you get. You can get any color. I mean, they've got black, red, blue, silver. So it has the spools all built in. They bolt up to the front, and it gives you a spot to lift from the jack on the regular pit bull stands, or just a regular stand in general. So it's got these little things that clip and kind of hold the back of it together, but yeah, this is what you get. So we're going to install those today. Alright guys, like most, first start off loosening your axle nut here. This is a 34 millimeter. Just like all the standard double R, single R. Off the washer. And what we're going to do is go ahead and pull our axle block off. We're not going to need it anymore, but bug. Loosen up our lock here. This is a 13 your lock. Go ahead and get that started. We're not going to retain any of this hardware here. So at this stage, we just want to drive our axle through. Use a rubber hammer, mallet. Just using this to kind of get it flush with that, and we can go ahead and get this bolt out. This is the adjustment screw if you're running the stock setup with the blocks. It's a long one. All right, so we're not going to be reusing our block. We're not going to be reusing this adjustment screw. We will reuse the washer in this. On the Bonamicis, this axle and nut is actually flipped to the other side of the bike. But for right now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get our chain adjuster installed on this side, and then we'll move over to the other side of the bike. Quality part, good weight. There is a set screw right here. This has a spring in it, and it's also Loctited as you get them. And this is to allow the clicking adjustability. You need a good tube Loctite. Blue will work. Really the only assembly here is installing one of these. And it has two 3 millimeter stainless heads. These will install just like that on the back, and what that does is it grips onto the swing arm. So we'll go ahead and get those installed before we put these into the bike. Alright guys, here this is. It's a little hook, and it just holds on to the inside of the swing arm here. These are pretty tight tolerance when they're built. So they're gonna kind of swing in. I know it's hard to see, but kind of see where that piece just grabs the inside of the swing arm. It prevents movement. It's moving right now because we have another screw that we need to put in right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And it's a 5mm. We're going to get some blue Loctite put on there. Axle's in the way a little bit there. All right. There we go. All right. This is an 8mm on the back. It's cool that it clicks. And what we're trying to do is get this line back up with our axle here. Looks about good. All right. So now we'll start on the other side. All right, guys, we're on the other side of the bike here. Got our block. Same thing we did on the other side. Except this time we're going to go ahead and pull our axle out. I've got the tire supported so that it's level. This way when you pull the axle out and we're flipping to the other side, we don't have to realign the brake, the everything else. We can just pull this out and can simply swap it to the other side. Okay, same as the other side. Go ahead and slide in our piece here. Tighten up these little set screws for our tab in the back. We didn't have to do that on the other side, so that is one difference. The brake side, you can see it's pushing out because it's locking up back here. So what we'll go ahead and do is get our 5mm. Should be good. So get this line back up. A little hard to see, but get that all lined back up and get the axle back in. Okay, so I kind of jumped ahead here. Just merely for the fact of adjusting the chain is kind of tedious. It helps that this has the little adjustment bar so you can get it aligned pretty good. But, I mean, what do you guys think? I think it goes well with the scheme. The back of the MXR leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, there's no tail light. There's not a lot of color back here. Yeah, so the blue doesn't, on the caliper, doesn't really match the blue up front. So it's nice to have some contrast here, but everything went well. I did have to take it off the stand because the final part of this is installing the spools, which is the whole point of this, right? So the way the pit bull was, it has a little rubber tab to protect rubbing your swing arm, but I couldn't get the spools in, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Show you what those look like just to kind of give a final overview. Same deal. This is kind of a three-piece process. You've got this long bolt. It has a driver, goes into this piece, another piece, and then you have this washer. The point of this washer is to kind of get it out and away from your swing arm. Get these torqued down. This actually did have a torque reading. I found it in the instructions. These are 35 foot-pounds. I think that's 50 Newton meters. So I'm going to torque those to spec, but now you can kind of see kind of the whole facade that you got going here. You got some red, some blue, so yeah, looks great. I'll circle back and we'll get it up on the stand using these spools and It's holding good, nice and firm. It's not going anywhere. There is not a lot of clearance under here though. I guess that's okay. If it was to fall or something was to give out, always leave your kickstand down. So I guess it's better that it's not that much further off the ground, but yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Some up close shots. Really looks good. Ties the whole back end together.